I just wanted to make mention after recently having our players really meet Jack Doyle, and have a chance to hear from Jack and really be inspired and motivated, and I think Jack is exactly what we want all of our players and everybody, coaches included, to become as a man. I think should make mention of his the birthday celebration that he's going to start, an inaugural birthday celebration for homeless children, for basically 425 children, 150 families around the city at David Buster's up in Indianapolis. Those kinds of things, those are what the program's all about. It's about personal growth, it's about serving others, and it's about being a great football player. And obviously, Jack, I think, has personified all of that. So I just wanted to make mention of Jack and his impact on our team. It continues even from afar with those types of things that he gets the chance to do, and then our players seeing it through social media. So just want to point that out. We're excited about coming off a bye week, getting healthy. Having the three quarterbacks ready to go play, and like we said, I think it's going to be really important for us to get the continuity at the position. We're going to go into this week continuing to find out exactly where we're going to be from a quarterback position, and wanting continuity, wanting to make sure that we're not in the situations again where we have different quarterbacks playing in the end of the game. Charlotte's a much improved team. Benny LeMay is an outstanding back. He runs behind his pads. He's physical. He's another back that we got to do a really nice job of getting to the ground. I thought we've played against some really good backs. I think Keon Davis and Tyler King at Marshall are good backs. I think Benny LeMay's at or near the top of this conference at the running back position. Charlotte's improved on defense. Glenn Spencer, their brand new defensive coordinator, has them playing really sound rush defense, one of the top 50 rush defenses in college football. Glenn Spencer's a guy that I have a relationship with, and had a chance to coach against him in the Fiesta Bowl in 2011. He was at Oklahoma State, Sanford versus Oklahoma State in that game, and have a lot of respect for him as a coach. He's in his first year there at Charlotte, and I think he's doing a really nice job. They have a safety that I think is the vocal leader of their team, DeLuca. Ben does a nice job making calls. You can see it on tape. He's playing faster, playing very physically, and I think they have really good inside linebackers. They kind of play with more of three traditional type of linebackers that have size. I think that's the strength of their defense. So they're built well down the middle, and I think it's going to be a really good challenge for us, and we got to go in there with the mindset of playing complete four-quarter football and getting a win. This conference is wide open, and I think it's wide open for everybody, Charlotte included. Charlotte got a big win over Old Dominion, and then 2 weeks later, Old Dominion's might have been the following week actually, beats Virginia Tech, one of the biggest upsets in college football history. And Charlotte controlled that game. You watch that game on tape, and Charlotte was dominant in that game. The score was relatively close, but Charlotte was, I thought they played really good ball that day. And, I know they're coming off a bye week too, looking to get results. We're excited about our opportunity to go on the road and really kick off conference play coming off this bye week.
When will you make that quarterback decision?
We'll make it throughout the course of the week. We'll keep it in-house. I think when you do have the situation we have, it is a positive in the sense that you do have 3-4 guys that have played in critical moments, and they've proven to be good players. Solid players. We just, like I said, just getting into the fourth quarter, you want that to be a familiar face for the rest of the team to see out there in those situations, and we'll make that determination, and certainly we don't want to just be rotating and getting in quarters and series and halves, and we got to stay healthy.
Is Drew ready to go?
He's not. No, he's not yet ready to go. He did go through some individual this bye week. He did some good things, but he's not ready.
You mentioned the conference being wide open. That has to give you guys remaining hope that keep winning, you'll be right in this inning.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the way that the schedule sets up, you quote unquote do control your destiny in a sense, right? I mean, there's Middle Tennessee's right; they're the team right now on an East Division that has two unbelievably strong victories. So, most important thing for us is to go and beat Charlotte, find a way to get a W on the road in conference play, and then it all allows us to play who we need to play, including Charlotte, to go win this conference. I mean, that's what it's really about. It's a one-game season each week, and I think we've, even looking at the Marshall game, you compete, you knock out their quarterback and their starting running back from that game, and now they go play Middle Tennessee without their starting quarterback, and they're a completely different team. I think, obviously you learn a lot from that, but I also thought we played a physical brand of football in that game, and I thought, they had to recover physically from that game, and it was tough to go on the road to play against a really good Middle Tennessee team at home without your starting quarterback and your starting tailback.
I know you have a lot of guys on the roster from across the border right into South Carolina. Is this another one of those games where you kind of take your product on the road and get around some areas where you like to recruit? We do, yeah. We were actually just down in South Carolina. We were in the Carolinas over the bye week, and Coach Mahaffey was out in that part of the country. Coach White has a strong presence there in his background in the Carolinas, being at NC State, being at he coached at Western Carolina. So I mean, this is important for us to get into an area that we're starting to have some returns on in our recruiting, and I think this class in particular is going to be highlighted by some really good players from the Carolinas. Where are the red zone deficiencies that you're seeing?
I think obviously we got to make our field goals. We got to protect them. We got to get the ball up and down. You make your field goals in the red zone. If you're 100% in field goal, then that puts us towards the top of we'd be in a much better place, I should say, than we are. I think another thing too is just the continuity. I think that's a big part of it. Situational football and growing through it, continuity at the quarterback position, getting into those situations, third downs, red zone, end of game scenarios, clutch, which is our 2-minute term, with the same quarterback, because you grow. You grow as the year progresses, but when you're in all those different situations with the different quarterback behind center, I think that there's overall growing pains with that, and that's why I think it's really important to just find that at that position.
Mike, Kyle sent out the release last week, but I don't think anyone's asked you about this. But the last game, and he won't mind me saying this, I spoke with Joe Micatrato on the sidelines for about 20 minutes, really liked the guy. And unsolicited, he spoke highly of you, talked about his relationship, how he knows your dad.
Right.
And he kept telling me, he said, this guy, referring to you, knows what he's doing, the staff knows what they're doing, I like the direction it's going, and then boom, him and Sonny donated $1 million. This question isn't about you, it's about the program. What does that do, confidence-wise, for the entire program? A guy like that who knows this situation makes it incredible.
Yeah, Joe Micatrato is not only a great hilltopper. He the relationship that I personally had with him over actually coaching in multiple Fiesta Bowls and raising canes, providing the meals for all of our practices. So I got to know him through that at multiple stops, different coaching stops, 3 of them actually. And then my dad, when he was getting started at UNLV, Joe Micatrato was just getting started, and his family was just getting started with the raising canes in Vegas, in Nevada, and so he did a lot of their post-game meals and developed a great relationship. But even more than that, I think Joe has a passion for not only this program, but for mentoring, future professionals, and that's what he is. He is a professional in how he carries himself in the business that he's running, and has done an incredible job with NRG. He's doing great things, and we're really proud to have him as one of our own. Even more than that, the financial impact of what he and Sonny and their family did. I love the fact that it shows that he is fully committed committed not only to this football program, but he's committed to the vision that Todd Stewart has for this athletic department. He's committed to Travis Hudson and what he's done in the volleyball program. He's committed to Dr. Caboni and Casey and their initiative, with the Opportunity Fund. I think it says a lot, and I think a lot of it comes back to relationships. But more than that, he's passionate about this place. He's passionate about Western Kentucky. He's passionate about this football program, and I'm really proud to call him a friend. I'm proud to call him a former player and an alum. Not only is he making donations like that, he's trying to get better himself. He's currently he's at Harvard Business School currently. He actually came to the Marshall game fresh off of an intensive 3-week stint at Harvard Business School, and you talk about the best of the best. I mean, that's what Western Kentucky stands for. Is great on the football field, great in the classroom, and then great out in the real world. And that's what Joe Micotrato is doing right now, actively and representing our brand.
Mike, to follow up on that, what I've seen with your team, and I'll give you, I just would like you could agree or disagree. I'm not asking if your team is lacking confidence. It's not that. But I watch and I'm like, you've been around the game. A confident team plays at a higher level and sometimes a much higher level. And I feel like one play at the right time, confidence-wise for your team, could take you. And I'm kind of following on what you said about we're 9 points away from being 4-1 and we're 8 points away from being 1-5. You feel that way, that one play can kind of get you going there?
Yeah, I think I do. I think that and you hate to use the term, but I mean we got a lot of young football team, and with youth comes the pains of growing through and learning through situations, and so I think we're better because of what we've gone through, and so I do think that it might be a breakthrough, but you're still young after that breakthrough. And you still have to take it one play at a time. It's not just, it's not going to snowball and everything's all of a sudden, we got, 22 seniors and 19 returning starters all of a sudden. We'll have that, a year and two years from now. But when you're going through the first experience, the first time you've ever been in this situation, at this position, I think that it's more about going through those experiences and being better because of them and learning from them. And then when you do have that moment where it seems like it all comes together, which I know is coming, and I want it to be this Saturday, in Charlotte. It's not going to be, it's just going to come naturally because of that one play. You're going to have to go right back to the drawing board, and especially with a young team, you're going to have to go and continue to learn how to play with success as something to deal with. And that's I think important for us is to continue to grow forward and get better as a result of all these situations that we're getting exposed to.
Stephen done well at just getting back to work over the last week after kind of having that really upsetting last moment at Marshall.
Yeah, Stephen has he's gone right back to work. He's he's a competitor. He's got a lot of fire in how he goes about his work. He's in the football facility today, grinding, wanting to get better. So, Stephen made a lot of really good plays in that game and certainly in the Ball State game. And I think he's got tons of great football in his near future. Thank you, guys.